A study has been released documenting the economic and social impact of the nation's nonprofit arts and culture industry. The study demonstrates that nationally and locally in Tacoma, arts and culture are critical economic drivers of a vibrant community. With us today is Andrea Reay, President and CEO at the Tacoma-Pierce County Chamber, to talk about the Arts and Economic Prosperity 6 study. Andrea, welcome to our show today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's wonderful to be here.
Awesome. So can you share with us what is the Arts and Economic Prosperity Study 6 and why is it important?
Yeah, it's a critical study because it allows us to measure the economic and social impact of the creative economy. And it has been now going for over 30 years. Every 5 years, we're able to again, take the snapshot of over 100,000 nonprofit arts and culture organizations in, over, 300, regions, collecting data from over 200,000 participants, able to correlate that data with other economic development data so that we get a really good snapshot of, what is that impact today, but then able to go back and look at that, over time. So, what are those industry, changes? What are those trends? How can we continue to work to support this vital industry that, again, has this huge economic impact, yes. But also, equally, has a great, social impact. So it's about collecting the data so that we can do our good, important work as, civic building organizations to invest in the creative economy and our creative entrepreneurs, but also how are we, creating those, vibrant, amazing, communities doing that placemaking work as well. So it's vital in that allows us to take that snapshot of what's happening, nationally, but also regionally. We're able to compare ourselves, regionally with, with other locations across the country, but then, able to provide that support to, our organizations that are doing this really important work in our local business community.
So, which leads me to the next question. Tacoma was one of 373 participants in this study. So, as you mentioned, we can view national statistics, but what about specific to Tacoma?
Yeah, so again, I think arts and culture, 151, billion, dollar, industry impact nationally, 163, million locally. When we're looking at 75.9 in event spendings, and then it's, 27.8, million, for the revenue, the local, right? Local, state, federal revenue. It's over 2,000 jobs. So when we're talking about, what that local impact is, it is real money and it is real jobs. And these are, again, good family sustaining jobs, opportunities, for our local small business community. Especially when we think about, artists, as an artist, as a creative entrepreneur, you are a small business, yes. Right? And when we're looking at what is that collective, economic impact, we're looking at, supporting, our local families and within the creative economy. It is huge.
Oh, wow. So what makes the economic impact unique in arts and culture?
Yeah, I think what's unique about arts and culture economic impact is the investment, across industries, right? And so when we think about looking at the data, people are spending, if they come from outside of the county, which, a third, of the participants do, they're spending over $60, when they come to attend an event. Or a program. Locally, it's a little bit less, but collectively it's over $38, that people are spending. And that's not just attending the event, right? So again, great to go to the, Taylor Swift concert, at the Dome. But guess what? Yeah. You're going out to dinner. Guess yes. what? You're shopping at a local business, right? You're paying transportation costs. And so that investment is attraction, from outside, which is huge. So we're attracting, more income, more investment, but we're also retaining that local spend too. So it's about as much as we can, retaining, local spending and local dollars, and then also attracting, new investment and spending as well. It's an opportunity for us to, showcase, our amazing, community to people that maybe wouldn't ordinarily, come. And so again, that unique impact is that it's not just a self-contained, industry-specific investment. It is really something that is, quite expansive.
So the numbers from this study, both on the economic and the social side for the city of Tacoma, seem to be very strong. Like we're doing a good job.
We are doing a good job, and I'll say we're doing a good job, but it's because we are so intentional, with the work and with the support that we do. Yes. So I think about Tacoma Creates, which is an investment by the community, for the community. We have the SpaceWorks program, which is a joint initiative, with the Chamber and the City of Tacoma, where we have graduated over 300, creative entrepreneurs since we started doing classes in 2013. We have our Artscapes program, which, supports another, 400, artists, over the years, the 14 years that SpaceWorks has been here. We work so collaboratively with each other. So the local arts organization, venues and events, the chamber, the city, we are stronger together. And the more that we can, connect and support the work that we're all doing, the better the outcomes for. And we see that in Tacoma. We see that with that intentionality with our programs, with that investment that's being made. Yes. And we can see in the study, right, that investment by community for community, that intentionality pays amazing dividends.
So where can people find out more about the study?
So cityoftacoma.org and then /AEP for the study.
Okay. Well, Andrea, thank you. And to you and your amazing team that are working behind the scenes to bring this awareness of this study. We just appreciate the work that you're doing. We're excited to have you back to share more, but thank you so much for being here with us today.
Well, thank you, and thank you to all the creative entrepreneurs and the arts and culture organizations within the City of Tacoma that are doing this good, hard work every day to create a vibrant, thriving, equitable economic ecosystem. So
awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank you.